Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Orzhov Tokens. So I wanted to try Orzhov again, and you know me, right? I like to try the broccoli. So in this situation, this Orzhov deck looks very interesting because it is different from what I've been playing so far. This deck is very focused on getting creature tokens out and kind of overwhelming our opponent with tokens, which, I mean, it's a very fun strategy in Commander. Let's see if it's actually a fun strategy in Standard. So, the deck is only black and white Orzhov, and well, we have a lot of small removal and we have a lot of 2-offs, kind of make the best of one, a very weird format for this deck. So, we have 2 Elspeth Smite, 1 Destroy Evil, and 2 Go for the Throw in the early game. It looks to be not a lot of removal, but don't forget, we have our Gumdrop Poisoner as technically a 1-drop with the food token, right? So there's 4 Gumdrop Poisoner. That is a 1-drop that could also turn into a 3-drop from coming back from the adventure, and then remove creatures that way if we gain life on that turn. We also have 3 Virtual Persistence, which is technically also a 2-drop, so -3/-3 to gain 2 life. But it is a sorcery speed on that removal, so keep that in mind. It can also come back from the adventure side as the Virtue, which can keep bringing things back from the graveyard, which Orzhov's pretty good at. Then in the 3-drop, we have 2 Loran of the Third Path. The Loran combined with Destroy Evil should be able to take out a bunch of enchantment-heavy decks in today's meta, like the Beanstalk decks, like the, well, maybe not the Atraxa decks, but all the domain decks that are using the ley line. Right, so I think Loran's pretty useful. Then we have 4 wedding announcements, of course, for the token's sake. We have 2 Liliana to counter control decks with all the counter spells. And then we have 1 Path of Peril if our opponent's also playing token, or if our opponent has, you know, a bunch of weenies out, like a mono white soldier deck would. And then we have 1 Legion to Ashes, exactly for Mirror, or something that we have to remove, right? So it's basically a 3-mana Vindicate. I don't remember if Vindicate Sorcerer instance, but, you know, same thing as a Vindicate as far as the mana costs, and then we could exile target non-land permanent on opponent control, and any token, basically, that is a copy of that, or with the same name as that. So if our opponents play a bunch of food tokens, well, we can get rid of those. A bunch of treasure tokens, we can, I don't know about treasure, but maybe a bunch of Power Stone tokens, we can get rid of those. We'll see how this works. Then we have 2 Depopulate against, you know, aggro decks. We can kill their board on turn 4, which is kind of important. Only 1 Wandering Emperor because, again, we can't really fit that many in the deck. We have 2 Sheoldred with 1 The End. And all these tokens, are all these 2-offs and 1-off is because we have 2 Beseech the Mirror that we can bargain a token for and then get the exact card that we need at the time that we need. And then we have 1 Forecast in the Edgar Groom, because that's also a token maker that's almost, you know, unlimited token maker as long as our opponents have removal in the exile. And then, of course, we have another 2-drop that's not a removal, but a 2-drop nevertheless that can that's masked as a 5-drop, right? 2-drop Ardenvale, can't talk. Ardenvale Fealty, which is a 2-mana 2/2 instant speed to 2/2 Vigilant Knight. But with 5-drop on the adventure, coming back from the adventure side, we can have the Virtue of Loyalty, which puts a +1/+1 count on each creature we control. And if we have a white board, that's going to be very good. And also untap those creatures so we can attack and then use them for block later. Pseudo Vigilance. And then we have 1 actual 5-drop in the Gig's Command that is able to bring a bunch of creatures back, wipe our opponent's board if necessary, gain lifelink if necessary, pump our creatures if necessary. So that's kind of the non-land cards. Then we have 24 lands since our deck is mostly on the 1 to 4 drop category. So we got 1 Agonjo, 3 Plains, 1 Takenuma, 5 Swamps, 4 Cave of Coilos, 4 Restless Fortress, 2 Scour Baron, and 4 Shatter Sanctum. That's the whole deck list. We don't have Mirix in this deck because obviously we want our land to produce mana in order to play the spells. And yeah, let's try this deck. Again, I found this deck online. I didn't make it myself, so it's probably going to be way better than the decks I make myself. Let's see. Shall we? Orzhov Token time. Alright, you can bluff not having a spell to cast... blah, 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 blah. PTTM... or PTT McLean. Fun. You're fun. Alright, 3 lands. Spells. Opponent goes first. This is probably as good as it gets on Arena. I still forget to change my emote. We got no 1-drop, so here is a Scour Baron. Whatever they play, we'll probably Virtue it. Unless it's Thalia, then we just die. Reinforcement, okay. Yeah, well. Let's do the thing. Gonna try to catch him with Virtue. Counter my Virtue? Probably counter my Virtue, right? Make it here? Okay. Well, now that I made it disappear, I can play my wedding announcement in peace. Loran? Wow. Opponent's got it all. Okay. Restless Fortress. Can't do anything about that, so let's kill the Loran. Gain back our life. What? I thought we were at 16. We were at 15? Huh. Okay, maybe I miscounted. This is gain 2 life. -3, -3, gain 2 life. I always think it's gain 3 life, and that might cost me a lot of games, honestly. Alright, that's big board there. With 1 blue mana. Knight. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. More reloads. Good for our opponent, bad for us. So... people play a Sheoldred. Maybe they'll have a Brutal Cathar or something. Make me really hate my life. 24 lands. Does mean that sometimes we're gonna not have the land that we need. 1 more land and Gig's Command can really do its thing, but we might not have the 1 more land. Why did he reveal that? That's weird. Alright, he's playing instant speed cards on his turn. Maybe he has another Knight Errant. Or maybe he's just gonna go all in? No, not going all in. Has 1 land. Is this Spell Pierce? Oh man, I'm gonna get so caught with the Spell Pierce. Do I play to lose? He's got 1 mana. Well, what did he play here? He has no legendary, right? So this is not a land. He's got 2 white mana, so that's why he only played 2 white spells. Alright. Destroy each creature with power 2 or less. And you... Do I have anything to return? I don't, right? So, 2 or less. And... You know what? I'm gonna put this on my Sheoldred. That's a 6/7. We put that on the clock. Recruitment Officer is pretty good. Luminous Phantom, that means that he is not using the Recruitment Officer. Which is good for what we want to do. That's only all tokens, right? So that's not really a token here. We'll attack first, I guess. Is he gonna block? No blocksies. Alright, no blocksies. Do I want to let him activate his Recruitment Officer? Probably. I don't want to spend this turn 3 mana to remove a 2-drop? Nah. If he plays a legendary spell, though, I will have to remove something. Okay, he is looking. More life gain? Oh, life gain in that deck, but... It's got 1 mana left, so let's just kill this. Gain some life for you. Have fun. Destroy Evil is probably not what we're looking at, but double attack draws us a card with Wedding Announcement, right? I think that's pretty good. What can we actually get out? Edgar? Edgar is pretty good. I think that's the best card that we can get. That we can cast for free. Everything else we can't cast for free, right? So, let's Beseech here. Bargain out the little 1/1. And then we'll have 2 threats out. Oh, should have left the black open. Oh, I needed 3 blacks. Should have left Cave of Koilos open. Regal Bunnycorn! Look at that, it's so big. What do I do against a Bunnycorn, I guess? Flying. Alright, this is a sorcery speed thing, so let's do it on sorcery speed. Should we do this on sorcery speed? Yeah. That way, if he has a protection, we can... Zephyr Sentinel. Alright, do I want to let him play it, or do I want to stop it in response? Let's stop it in response. I mean, he would have targeted. That would have been better. I'm not sure. But he's returning this. So he's getting a... Okay. Let me draw a card. You can double block to kill my Edgar, but that's what I want. Okay. I don't think he knows how Edgar works. Thanks. Thank you. Now we're getting the vampires. Creepy. Another Sentinel? Yeah, play it on your turn. I thought that Disturb, when they get returned back to the hand, it just gets exiled, but that's not Disturb, that's Unearth. Sometimes I forget the cards. Okay, okay. Recruitment officer is gonna have to die. You want to attack? I'm at 30. Our opponent wasted their one, what's that thing called again? Make this appear, and now I'm going to make him regret it. So, we'll play the Gumdrop probably, and kill the recruitment officer, right? What would he do? Would he block with the recruitment officer? Let's find out. No blocksies. So, can I make him take... Okay, he just quits. I was gonna say, can I make him take 2 more? But I already attacked, right? So, it's fine. Didn't matter. Dominating. We didn't really have a good hand. We just didn't not have a bad hand. And that was good enough. We did drop the land that we need with Gix for the Gix command. So that was clutch. But we could have dropped Depopulate, nevertheless. And just kind of... That would have killed our own Sheoldred. And then their reload is pretty hefty, whereas in our reload was not. We really needed that Sheoldred to stay on the board. You go first, but with only 2 lands. That's, oh man, I hate going first having to mulligan, but we probably have to mulligan this hand, right? We got go for the throw, Liliana. We need to draw a 3rd land with 24 lands. Who knows if that's gonna happen? And we have nothing really else to play. Ooh, this is hard. This is a hard decision. I'm gonna mulligan, and if I'm wrong, I learned my lesson. Alright, there's 3 lands. Guess we'll put back a... Emperor? Or Depopulate. Maybe we'll put back a Depopulate. I feel like a lot of cards in our hand are removal, so... That was the right decision, I guess. Put a Swamp out so I can double Poisoner if I need to. He's got nothing, huh? He'll probably counter my Poisoner. So, do I just pass turn? Yeah, against a deck that has blue mana, I think I need to have more value out of my cards. The problem is with this, I don't know how to get more value out of my card. I guess I'll eat a food. You never know when that 3 life will come into play. Ah, no place. That's bad. Alright, no 4th land. If I had a 4th land there, this whole game would have been different, but I don't. They have... What is this? Teamer? Ren.
I must bend Realmbreaker to my will.
Alright. What?
I must.
What?
Fight back.
Did he target the wrong thing? Three lands, Ren. Alright. I've seen enough. I don't know why he didn't target his Restless Spire. I can't. It's hexproof. I won't be able to kill it, but maybe he's worried about a Edict, which would make sense. But either way, that game was not going anywhere. We went first with Mulligan, and we still were land short. So I don't know if that Mulligan was right or not. If I hadn't Mulligan, maybe I'll be able to draw lands. I don't know. One goes first, 3 lands. Okay, I guess we'll keep. Not fantastic, but fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, there's that Grit Knight. Bushwhack. Wow. Somebody needs a land. Well, all these wedding announcements will probably just get removed. Okay. That is a different play. Now we're in trouble. Lure Skitters. Alright, can we draw a land here? That is the question. We don't. Don't draw a land here, Lure Skitters. What do we do? Double wedding announcement? They draw 2 cards. Still 3 lands only. Yeah. Raids. Oh, wow, okay. Kill my creatures, you say? I'll take it. Gonna have to take it right now. Sack a land. Oh, wow. That... very unexpected. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? I don't think that deck will have protection. Maybe we'll just pass turn. Or do I attack and trick Braids into blocking? Do I want these to be... do I want a board of 4/4s? Or 2/2s? I think a board of 2/2s is actually better than... yeah, right? Better than drawing a card, because... let's face it, I'm not playing that card. Gotta put a stop on the second main. What are they gonna besiege? Very good for our opponent, but, you know, having 3 lands really isn't gonna help. Oh wow, okay, Path of Peril on his own creatures. Should have attacked with that card. Finally the land. Alright, well, we're playing the land for sure. Now, are we playing Sheoldred or Emperor? Sheoldred would just die, right? But that's At least we'll make him play some spells. Alright, take a lot of life damage. Can't stop the Phyrexian Arena, and that's probably what's gonna get us. We got a lot of enchantment removals in the deck, but not enough to draw them. Hopeless Nightmare. Actually, I wouldn't want to cast Depopulate. None of that matters. I don't know why he would put one on bottom. Ooh, Obliterator. Interesting. That's not what I would look for. Oh, that's why. But one, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have no lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have one. Alright, you know what? You want to do it like this? Is that 5? Oh, I got like 6 permanents. Oh, is it Death Touch? Man. No. Why did my Sheoldred die? I'm confused. Alright, whatever. That was horrendous. He drew 2 cards a turn. What am I supposed to do? We didn't get to go first that game. We had good lands, to be fair, but then we stopped having good lands. Right? We had 3 lands for a long time, and we needed that 4th land to do things. We just did not have it. Alright, one goes first again. Surprise, surprise. So this time, what do we put back? Legions? Probably Legions, right? I mean, I don't have to put anything back. What am I saying? I didn't mulligan. I'm already traumatized. This is gonna be a turn 2 Thalia time. God! Just... how? Why? How are you so good at this? Why can't I be good at this? That's not fair. He's even holding up Skrull for some reason. Just take forever for your turn. Please don't play Thalia. Just attack. Just attack. That's fine. Alright, another Vanguard. Basically, I can't do anything now. Ooh. Gonna catch him off guard with this. At least. If you tap his Skrull, make it pro-white. Can I do something about that? Can I remove the Vanguard? Now that it's Skrull's tapped? No, but I can remove Skrull. How good is removing Skrull here, though? I mean, would that matter? Or do I just play a wedding announcement? I can't gain life anyways, right? Yeah, 3 mana just to remove a Skrull. That's kind of painful. Have to do it though. Otherwise, he would just keep pushing damage through to me. Thalia, finally. Here it comes. I can't even target anything because of the copper coats. Because he turned 1 Skrull into a copper coat. Come on, this terrible design that... Oh man, I don't know what... Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I don't know if this will matter. Don't know if this will matter, but we'll try anyways. That was a face-up play, by the way. Yes, even ossification, just fine. Let's forget this game. I know that the averages should smooth out over time, but every time I play a deck, I feel like I get the wrong side of the average. The first game was fine, right? The first game we were able to do things because I don't know what else to say. We were able to do things, but after that first game, every other game we had is just worst matchup and worst draw. And yeah, go second, why don't you? At least we have an okay hand, right? Not the best hand. I mean, it's not like you can mulligan this into a better hand. And it's enchantments. Alright, we don't have any enchantment removal against an enchantment deck. It will be fun. What if they're toxic? I don't know. I mean, I see this land, I just assume it's the enchantment deck. He's gonna play like a dog or the enchantment that makes a creature. Okay, no, it's Kami. I was gonna say the enchantment that makes everything cost less. Do I want to Virtue this? Is there a 3-mana card that I care about? Or is it better to Virtue this right now and hold up my Make This Appear? Or make this appear. Hold up, go for the throw later. Because whatever he plays next turn, right, it's just going to be one card. Oh, I guess that's the card he's going to play. Now we are just going to wait. Sheoldred's not going to do anything in this game. Weaver of Harmony. Alright. Do we kill the Weaver? I think we kill the Weaver, right? Alright, so we have 4 mana. Do we get rid of Kami right now? He has 3 mana. I want to see what is in his hand, but yeah, you know what? Yeah. Instant speed because he gets it back. Alright. Lots of removal in a Calyx. Interesting. Get rid of your graveyard too. No more Kamis, please. Too annoying. There's the Calyx. Can I get a land, please? No, a Depopulate. Alright, if the Calyx attacks, it doesn't do damage, it won't be able to do anything, right? So let him have a bigger board. So you're gonna play a Virtue? Seal resistance on my food token. No? Don't want to do that? Alright, well, none of those are instant speed, so there's 2 knights. Better remove one of my knights. Just quit. Alright, well, we beat an enchantment deck that was having bad draws. We also have bad draws, but good enough of a draw. We really needed to de-end that Kami because they're just gonna keep coming back, right? So, well, it's good enough. I'm gonna stop playing this deck before I get too salty. It's not a bad deck. It's, you know, the best decks in the metagame will give you like 60-something% win rate. So you'll win 3 out of 5 games. On average, again, you might lose 5 out of 5 games if you're playing Arena like me, but on average, you'll win 3 out of 5. But this deck, I think it's probably along the lines of 50% or a little bit lower than 50. If you play 5 games, you'll probably win like 2 out of 5. But if you play like 50 games, you'll probably win somewhere along the line of 24 to 25 games. If you play it right, this deck has a lot of answers. It can tempo out your opponent. It's got a lot of different dimensions to play it, and which is why I like Orzhov, right? Unless you're playing against a super heavy counterspell deck, Orzhov usually have a lot of answers. The problem with that is Orzhov does require you to, well, I mean, every deck requires you to draw lands, but Orzhov requires you to draw lands and the spells on the right time. You see that when we have Gix Command out, right? It was very useful against a board-heavy deck. When we had Liliana, it was very useful against Kami because they run 4 off and they keep cycling back from their graveyard. So it really depends on how your game plan is and what your opponent are. You have to know what they're doing. And if you do, because in the metagame now, everyone plays the same decks. So if you know what they're doing, I think you can have a pretty good time and you'll have a strong showing of the deck. Some things I would change though. I don't know if those are definite changes, but I might cut a Legion to Ash for another Destroy Evil. I feel like I got stumped by a lot of enchantments, and I don't know if that's just the variance, but I think Destroy Evil will be pretty useful in today's metagame because everyone's running enchantments, and yeah, that might be helpful. I know that Legion to Ashes can technically break an enchantment, but it's a 3 mana, and I don't think there's that many opportunities to break a bunch of tokens that are the same name. Right, maybe the rats, but then I could have just Path of Peril the rats anyway. So yeah, I don't know, but that's usually how the games go. That's how I feel. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time.